Well, it's 5:30 in the morning and we're walking out a deep season Wind Gap mile back to the trail. There were a bunch of hikers that came in late last night, later, stayed up and talked in normal voices till 10 despite a dozen tents full of people trying to sleep. For those people, you really need to get some manners. It's not cool. So it's gonna be another hot one. Suffering some heat rash naturally, so the legs are very unhappy, but that's the way it goes when it gets hot. So all right, well, let's get back to trail and let's do our 15 miles that are nominally waterless and get on to Delaware Water Gap and a day off. All right, back to trail, back to climbing. Did you see that? Only 910 miles to go. Now, much of the trail this morning has been this kind of footing. Slow going. Soon we'll be coming up to Wolf Rocks, which is a big stack of boulders with a view from part of it, and that's coming up in a mile. So I might just take the second break a little early this morning and fuel up and water up and be ready for that. So they think that Wolf Rocks boulder field is difficult enough that they have a bypass in case you don't want to deal with it, or it's raining really hard and they're slippery. So this should be interesting. Looks like we've entered the first part of Wolf Rocks. So far, so good. So I met some trail maintainers and a ridge runner. Had a nice conversation with them, and they gave me a Gatorade, really needed. And they carried the bottle away. Very nice. Yeah, had some nice conversations about trail, and they said this is a spot where you usually see a rattlesnake, but I've had no luck with that so far on trail, so I don't expect to see him today either. But it was really nice talking to those guys. Wolf Rocks complete. Really not that bad. I don't even think it was as bad as Knife's Edge. So that being said, it was fun. You know, it's fun to get some boulder scrambles in and learn to pick your way down, redirect, and talking to those guys was fabulous. All right, theoretically, that's the tough spot for today. And now we just continue on through the Little Rocks. Here's where we came from. So we've come 1,277.3 miles plus the approach trail. thought it best to sit down with a couple miles to go, let some heat dissipate, and drink the last 500 milliliters of water. So Okay, we got a couple miles to go, 3 miles to go, 2.5 miles to go to water, and then another 1.5 miles past that, and we'll be at the hostel. Feels like it's 7 to 8 degrees cooler in here. So this is a pretty good summary of the descent down into Delaware Water Gap. It's all been these kind of steep rocks, all within the mountain laurel here. It's pretty and challenging. Soon we should be to water. This is Eureka Creek, the first water source for 11 miles. And very welcome, nice and cold. Alright, got a quick shower, got into some of my sleep clothes, and I'm going to walk down to the Clarion and get laundry done. It's $8, but needs to be done. And maybe you'll find a little food down there. I know we're going to eat dinner at 6, but it's been a while. The Serenity Shuttle has landed. Trail mile 1297.4 for a 15-mile day. We're here at the Church of the Mountain Hostel in Delaware Water Gap, where we hope to spend a 0-day and rest up and eat. There's a lovely little pie shop that also serves hot dogs and other things just down the street. It's fabulous. Got my laundry done, got a shower, and ready for a little bit of rest. So thanks for hiking with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible, and that makes us mighty. So I was trying to sleep in my tent last night. It was warm. I finally got out there and got in it and settled in and did fall asleep. And then at 12:30, a bunch of young hikers came back from going to the bar to listen to live music. And they carried on loud conversations, and then all sat around a table and were clapping and yelling. And I finally walked down at 1:15 in the morning and asked them, how can you not be considerate and aware of other people who are trying to sleep at this hour? You're a hiker, you're on the trail. I just fail to understand. Why don't you guys wrap it up and go inside, because I'm sure you're loud enough. You're keeping the people that are sleeping inside awake. So again, just lack of consideration. You can chalk it up to youthful exuberance or whatever you would like, but it's not right. It's not appropriate, and we need to train other humans better than we have in this regard. That's about all I got to say.